Let's breathe together. Find a comfortable position, maybe in your bed on your back with your legs uncrossed, or maybe on your sofa or the floor or your recliner kicked back. If you sit up in a chair, sit in one that has a back to support your back, and feel both your sit bones and your knees bent at 90 degrees with your feet hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. Aware of yourself. And aware of your breath. Pull the breath in through both nostrils. And pull it down until your belly rounds, signaling you that you've brought the air down to the bottom lobes of the lungs where most of the blood circulates. And continue pulling it in and rounding across the back and the ribs, across the back and the upper chest. At the top, just spill it out and let it flow out, either through your mouth or your nose, all the way to the bottom. Notice how your body gently lengthens and flattens. It's narrower, and at the bottom the belly button moves back toward the spinal column. And then do it again, pulling the air in through your nostrils if you can, filtering, warming, and humidifying the air. All the way down and rounding up all the way to the top, and then spilling the air out and letting it flow out all the way to the bottom. And continuing the breath. Full and complete, relaxed, not trying too hard. That gets in the way. Breathing in, pulling it down to the bottom lobes of the lungs, and then releasing and letting it go. Good. Now bring your attention to your scalp. And feel it separate from your bony skull, all the hair follicles. And let the scalp tingle as you release it. And let it be heavy and soft, and feel it flow down to the ears. And feel it flow across the back of your head, all the way down to that space below that bony ridge, the occipital ridge. Let it be heavy there. And then, like you had a key to the gate, release and let it flow from the base of the skull down your neck and to the rest of your body. Dropping the base of your skull. And then bring your attention back to the top of your head. And imagine as you pull the air in through both nostrils that every hair follicle is breathing with you. And now let the soft flow into your forehead and let it release any wrinkle or furrow in your brow. And let the softness flow down your temples and down to your eyelids. And let your eyelids be soft and heavy. Flow into your cheeks and feel them heavy and droopy. And your nose and your upper lip and into your mouth. And let your tongue be soft and relaxed. The tip right behind the upper teeth on that ridge. And relax your tongue some more. And then your chin. And let your jaw drop. And now let all that softness and relaxation flow, and let it flow through your neck and out your shoulders and down to your fingertips, and let it flow down your neck into your chest, and continue flowing through the glands and the organs and all the vessels of circulation. And respiration, and into your belly and all the organs and vessels that support digestion and elimination. And then let it divide and flow down your legs. The big muscles of your thighs and the intricate knee joint, and down your calves to your ankles and your feet, and finally out your toes. And feel yourself soft and relaxed, and anything that tries to creep back in, just on the breath, release it and let it go, and let it flow again. Good. Now breathe in, and as you breathe in, pull the air down and round up, and at the very top, take in 3 extra sniffs. And then spill it out and let the air flow out either through your mouth or your nose all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom, 3 puffs to let go of the last bit. And do it again several times. Sniffing at the top and puffing at the bottom. Gently building your lung capacity. Increasing that flow and exchange of air and carbon dioxide that's so healthy and supports your health and the function of your body. Good. This morning, let's work with suspending the breath. The goal is to gradually recondition the nervous system. A strong nervous system. Wow, what a support that is. To suspend the breath, you need to think of it differently than holding the breath. Holding the breath creates tension. The neck gets tight and the throat muscles get tight and the tongue gets stiff. It puts too much pressure on the system. Plus, it trains us to do that again. So let's do it correctly and train your subconscious so it will serve you, even when you're not consciously directing the breath. Continue the whole body breath, full and relaxed. And suspending the breath means to relax the muscles of the diaphragm, the ribs, and the abdomen that are responsible for the constant motion of the breath. We don't hold the breath, we just stop the motion. Let's focus on suspending the breath on the exhale. Start with a complete exhale. Pull the belly button back toward the spine and lift the lower chest and diaphragm. Let the upper ribs relax and compress. Don't bend the spine and ribs when you try to exhale completely. That interrupts the action of the diaphragm. Gently pull the chin in and become still and calm. No breath. And when you need to take a breath, take a breath. Don't suspend so long that you need to gasp. Maybe start out with just a 2 count. Inhale in. Exhale out. Belly button toward the spine. Lower chest lifted. Spine straight. Chin tucked in. Still and calm. 1, 2, and then inhale. And continue the practice. Suspending at the bottom. Experiment and see what works for you. Do the 2 count and then inhale. And the next time, if that was easy, do a 3 count. And find where you are today. Everybody's different and every day is different. So just practice exhaling, pulling the belly button back, lifting the lower chest, upper ribs relaxed, spine straight, chin in, and allow suspending the breath to create stillness and calm. And when you need to take a breath, breathe in. If your mind starts racing, get in touch with your tongue and let your tongue be soft and relaxed. And let your mind be still and calm and follow the path of the breath. Good. Suspending the breath out like this impacts your nervous system. Suspending the breath allows for centering and training in the use of good judgment under pressure. Breathe in through both the nostrils, round up, and on the exhale, let the breath flow out all the way to the bottom. And then suspend. Allowing the diaphragm to release and relax. And then breathe in and continue the practice. Tongue relaxed. Rounding up on the complete inhale, and then letting the air flow out all the way to the bottom, and at the bottom, belly button back. Diaphragm relaxed. Suspend the breath and inhale when you need to. Not waiting so long that you gasp, that's counterproductive. Just a light suspension, and notice how you respond, how your body responds. And when your mind tries to jump in, soften your tongue. And continue the breath. The full body breath all the way to the top and out, and at the bottom, no motion, still and calm, and then breathe in again. Good. Continue the complete whole breath, suspending at the bottom and not going beyond your own capacity. Just gentle suspension of the breath for maybe a 2 count, maybe longer. Creating a calm, soft effect. And now let the breath return to normal, soft and relaxed, and enjoy the effects of suspending the breath. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.